Hey YouTube, it's Patience2K7 here with my part 4 of perfecting Dimensional Eatos. I know people have been waiting. I've been getting a lot of inboxes about this. So again, like I said, I don't really have all the cards, but I have enough of them to give you guys some tips on what to use and what can help your deck better for this format. And that's, on that note, I want to talk about the very first thing on my Perfecting Eatos Part 4. Cards, the format change. The deck, I'm going to probably put up an updated Eatos deck sometime next week when I can probably get access to all the cards. So, for now, I want to show you cards that you must play, in my opinion, in this upcoming format if you want to stay competitive. This deck, the D-Fissure isn't as hurtful as it was last format, but it's still definitely good with the fact that Dragoonies, Fish OTK, Morphing Jar, all that shenanigan stuff. Well, it doesn't really hurt Morphing Jar that much. So I'm going to show you a few cards that you have to play right now if you want to stay in the competitive circuit with this deck. First, TKI. I played 2 of these already, but I think it should be mandatory to bump him up to 3. He keeps field presence, he prevents your opponent from adding cards to their hand, and even though you have D-Fissure, his first effect is usually good enough, and you're not always going to have the D-Fissure, so you can definitely use his second effect when needed. Second card, Fossil and Dyna Pacifier. Just too many decks special summon right now. If you can get this and D-Fissure out against Fish OTK, they cry. Unless they draw their Trinade, they're gonna cry. So that definitely really benefits you playing this card. I also played 2 of these before. Definitely want to play 3. It's just too good. The ability to destroy all special summon monsters and send them out of play. That is the strongest suit against 6 Samurai. If they get hit with this, everything's gone, and their double-edged sword techniques are gone. Boom, finish. Okay, attack that I think will really benefit this deck because of its power to stop summons and the power to destroy monsters. Spirit Reaper. Okay, so you get rid of a monster with Thunder King or Cyber Dragon or Eatos. You poke with Reaper, and you get a card out of the hand. So good. Just too good. And he can wall out all the major decks right now. Most of them have to waste a lot of resources to get around him, and it's too good. DD Warrior Lady. Enough said. Just enough said. Against 6 Samurai, this deck has so much back row. If you can get rid of that Shien, you can come back, no problem, unless you somehow can't stop them from making another one. You get rid of that Shien, you take the Thou, and you set 5 or 4 or whatever. You can sit on a bunch of back rows until you're allowed to summon again. She gets rid of huge threats such as Coelacanth, Bottoms, Shien, cards like that. Cards that really are hard to get over in most decks. She really can help you get over. And my last monster, Neospace and Grandma. Okay, he isn't mandatory to play. I just believe most of the decks like this should play him. He's an out to synchros. This deck isn't that easy to get around Stardust without wasting resources. It's not easy to get around Stardust without wasting resources. And it's got to be one of these 2. You can use this, which will force it out of play, but if, say, you don't have the D-Fissure up, they're just going to negate. But these 2 are definitely great outs. This is a constant monster returner. Every time you bounce a synchro and this comes out to your hand, you get a plus. You're plussing and they're getting cards gone. I know everybody already played this in here already, so I'm warning. But like I said in my zombie video, this card has gone from played in Antimeta decks, played in some decks, to this card is required. That's how the game has become. This card is required and you have to play it. You have to play it because if you don't, your opponent can get on monsters that you can't control, and they start to take back field control. Everyone's playing Oppression now, so being that this deck is anti-meta, why not you play too? You know, negate your opponent's cards and just sit pretty. And the last trap card, 7 Tools of the Bandit. There's 2 main reasons 7 Tools is in here. One is 6 Samurais, when they get their Magatama, that can seriously get rid of some of your only outs to Shien. Your only outs. You finally got his negate off. You're about to minus yourself, but who cares? Once you minus yourself, he's gone. And they have the Magatama. It has happened to me too many times. I know. It is pretty garbage, but it's whatever. Now you have the 7 Tools. Also, the second main reason, Trap Stun. X-Sabers, they don't, it sucks, it sucks that I have to give up 2 of my monsters out of play, but I go Trap Stun, go to Hyunle, you lose 3 back row. I think it's fine. I don't get a Dark Soul Search, but you lose 3 back row. I just plussed on you, so boom. You can stop the Trap Stun with the 7 Tools of the Bandit, and then they're salty, because they'll walk right in your warning or your oppression, and their monsters are gone. They just won't be able to bring them back. So, yeah, guys, definitely, please try these cards out in your deck. I recommend 3 Thunder King, 3 Fossil Dyna, 1 Spirit Reaper, 3 DD Warrior Lady, and 1 Neospace Gremlin. You can probably get the DD Warrior Lady down to 2, but these 2 I recommend you max out. 2 warnings, 1 oppression, and you can probably play 1 7 Tools, but I would play 2. But yeah, that's just my recommendations. But that's Perfecting Dimensional Eatos Part 4. Definitely we'll be getting more into this series next time. So I'm Page 2K7, and I am out.